We're underway in the match of the round. Round 5, season 2024. Perich up against Jones, and straight away looks like Healesville an opportunity to win the first centre clearance. We've already got a free kick. And this is going to go the way of the Bloods. So Ploz up with the ball. And he just goes short to Murray. Murray searches around. He'll just chip it short. Not a bad looking kick as well by Murray. And just chipped it in nicely there to his teammate in Bates. Bates puts him inside forward 50, but it's been cut off. And Alexandra can go back the other way for the time being. So early territory being won by the Bloods, and that's not a bad looking kick to Watkin, who's found a bit of room. So Watkin, where does he go? Just kicks it down the line, up and under ball, looking for Perich. It's going to fall short of him though, and that's a good intercept mark taken. Donkin read it beautifully, chips it into the middle of the ground. That's a good kick as well. Did that very nicely there to Mendy, the skipper, and now Mendy handballs it off to Campbell for Zeta. They can go through the middle of the ground. Clever kick there to Watkins. Watkins, oh, it's been cut off though, very nicely done. And once again, they can come back the other way. Can the Rebels, and it's a 25-metre penalty as well. So Kleinschmidt looks like on the end of that kick. And it is, so Kleinschmidt goes out wide to the far side of the ground, and once again been cut off. They can go back the other way through Senior. And his kick once again cut off Nick Meehan this time. Reading it beautifully. Meehan wanted to go across goal, chips it short, and that's sort of a bad kick in the end to Boots. So Boots looks further afield. Not a whole lot of options to go to for the moment. Now he's just going to load up on the right boot, gives a little bit of air to a contest. Is the mark taken? Yes, it is. Nicely done by Perich. Mark has been paid. So Perich directing the troops, trying to find the best option. He can just continue to press down the line. Not a bad looking kick. Oh, nearly a bit of a fly there, but Willem Stewart might have just gone a little bit too early, and the ball should come back the other way.
And it's going to come back the other way. So a long kick down the line here. Can a mark be taken? No, it's balled in the middle of the pack. Ball falls to ground. Can they get a handball out? Yes, they can, and they're linking up for handballs. Here is Alexandra, and the clearing kick is out towards the boundary, but it's going to go out of bounds on the full. So Healesville to regain possession and kick it back in. Just wait for the umpire to get it, or did they step out?
I think the ball might have just gone over the fence for the moment, so
here we go, umpires it. So it's actually a boundary throw-in.
Yep.
So it's going to be ball back in now. Ball's thrown up here. Jones gets a little finger down to it. There's a free kick being pulled out here. It's going to go the way of Perich. And he goes lateral, really wide too. But it's been turned over in the hands of the Healesville player. And he comes short, just doesn't make the distance, but they manage to pick it up neatly on the boundary now. But here go Alexandra. They try to get it on the turnover. But here go Healesville. They get the turnover again. They look to link off through hands off half back. That they do. Then they put a short kick out. Here we go. They come into our side, Aiden. Now the ball's in the ground. It's a 3-on-1. The one being Luke Potts for Healesville. And it's going to be a free kick going the way of Alexandra and Harrison Kelly. Kelly asking the question on the man on the mark. Umpire has no interest. Kelly puts it inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Is that Watkin?
Looks like it, Trent. We'll find out in a moment.
It was either 16 or 15, I believe.
Does look like Eddie Watkin, the sort of...
It's either Watkin or Kennedy. So we'll wait for the turnaround. It is Watkin lining up for goal. So Watkin will kick this from about... by the time he finishes his run-up, it'll be about 35-40. No real angle to compete with as Watkin begins his approach. I believe we watched him kick about 9 here one day, Aiden, as he comes in. Kick is on its way. Bit of a interesting looking kick, and it's going to go across the face for a behind.
There we go. So first score of the afternoon, and it does go the way of the Rebels. Watkin just a little bit offline on that occasion. And now Healesville can go back the other way. So long kick off the boot this time of Daly, the vice-captain, but it didn't quite find a teammate. Now Alexandra, Kleinschmidt sends it inside forward, 50, but beautifully cut off there by Donkin. Read it nicely in defence. Donkin chips it across to Senior. Senior looks further afield. He had a short option on that time in Watkins, but he decided against it, and he goes back to Donkin. Donkin chips it short, so slow methodical build-up. Bates chips it out wide. Not a bad looking kick. It just slipped through the hands that time of Hayden Watkins, and now Alexandra might be a chance to go back the other way, but they can't. So Stephen Watkins sends it along to a one-on-one contest. Who can win this? Oh, it's a good strong mark. Really nicely done. And that was really well done that time by Aaron Edwards. Edwards, long kick to the top of the square. Can someone take a mark? Can someone get out the back? Yes, they can. And it is across the face. A disappointing result there in the end. And I think that...
was it Savage?
I think, yeah, it might have been Savage. So another one going across the face, this time for the Bloods. And now Alexandra can go back the other way. So that just falls into the lap of Darcy Kennedy. Kennedy chips it up the line. That's not a bad kick in the end and did well to find his teammate there in Aikman. Aikman assesses the options. Kicks along down the line to a contest. He was looking for Edwards and in the end he was able to take the mark. So well done by Edwards. Edwards now short once again. Good kick once again to Reed. Reed loads up on the right boot. Kicks it to about half forward, but it's all Healesville numbers here. The ball bounces in front of everyone, though. Very nicely done there at ground level by Lucas. Can send him inside forward 50. He's turned it over. And a free kick for a high tackle. And this will come back the other way for Healesville.
So Healesville will come back the other way through Franzetto. Franzetto puts it long into Amarat down in the back pocket. So he goes all the way back to come forward. Healesville look to pounce off half back here now. They have the ball and they decide to go a short little kick over the top back to Amarat. Amarat also goes short over the top. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Looks like Mendy. Mendy comes in. Puts a long kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't, but it's 3-on-1 and the one gets the win. And here they are out the back. They've got a few handballs here, Healesville. Running after it. And the ball is on the ground. As they picked out a free kick, picked out a high contact free kick and a 25-metre penalty. So this is to Charlie Warren. This will bring him well within range, Aiden. He'll finish his kick from about 20 out.
There we go. So disappointing. Yeah, oh gee, very disappointing result for the Rebels, Trent, but good one for Healesville.
So Warren now will line up to put the first out on the board for Healesville. Warren, no problem should be happened here, and that it is. He puts it straight through the middle for the first goal on the board for Charlie Warren and Healesville.
1-1-7 now. Currently leads Alexandra, just the one behind at the moment. So good start for the Bloods. Bit of a seesawing contest it is so far. Both teams winning some territory, but it is the Bloods with the all-important first goal of the game as we wait for the ball to go back to the centre and see what can happen from here. So good start there for
Would that be Aaron Edwards, as in the North Melbourne Aaron Edwards, or was it different?
I believe it is, Trent. I believe it is Aaron Edwards, the former North Melbourne player. Played a year with Richmond, I think, as well, right at the end of his career. So anyway, Perich back in the ruck. This time he was up against Murphy. Trying to bust through at the moment are the Rebels. Just getting the handball away just in time there. Looked like Aikman. Doing really nicely at ground level there was Parker. Parker did that well to Correa. Yeah, they're under a bit of pressure, are the Rebels. And now Healesville can go back the other way. Kick goes out wide for the time being. Chasing after it is Renoff. Can he get under his control? Yes, he can, but he slipped over at the wrong time. And now Alexandra can get the numbers back and put him under pressure. Clever handball to Miller. Miller sends the ball to Kleinschmidt. Really good kick as well. Kleinschmidt has a couple of options out wide. That's not a very good kick. And it comes out the other way. And, that's a high tackle.
Aiden, I think he played for that free kick big time there.
You reckon? There we go. Anyway, centres the ball. It's a dangerous kick. It might still work out okay. Kick going out wide. Very interesting one. Wasn't really to anyone in particular. And that will trickle over the boundary line and will be thrown back into play.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a head throw back there, Aiden. Made it look a bit worse than it was, but got the free kick.
So boundary throw-in. Perich once again up against Murphy. Side to side, Perich. Such a really nice tap as well. Did that beautifully to Reed. Reed sends him inside forward. 50. No mark can be taken now. Healesville can get some numbers back. And we will have a stoppage inside forward 50. So opportunity here for the Rebels.
It's inside the forward 50 for the Rebels now. Perich to go up against. Can't quite see who the Healesville ruckman is. Sorry, the Healesville ruckman anyways. To get the handball out the back. It's in my blind spot a bit here, but we're working away. We've had the balls at the bottom of the ground, top of the 50. What's the umpire pinning here? He's pinning a holding the man. So free kick's going to go the way of Watkins. Watkins assesses his options. He's right on the defensive 50. So Watkins puts a really wide kick, interesting kick, and getting a hand on that and knocking it out was Kleinschmidt for Alexandra, and it's going to be a boundary throw-in. So the ball back in here now. It's going to be Perich and Murphy again. Perich again using his strength and goes long out the back, but Healesville managed to get the numbers here and they get the handball out to Potts. Potts unable to take it cleanly and he's helped over the line for another boundary throw in. Geez, they're making me work here, Aiden. And the ball is going to be thrown back in now. 2 rucks to go back at it. Perich and Murphy. Can Murphy find a way to get to front? No, Perich uses his position and Aiden, I don't know about that one. But he's thoughts on that one, Aiden?
Yeah.
I'd understand if it was in the back. It was a push to the side. Like, you can't be punishing them just for using their strength.
No, you're allowed to body work out. You're right, Trent. So, but anyway, play continues on.
Potts puts it down the line and finds a teammate and goes back over the top. Interesting kick on the boundary. That's a nice, strong mark taken there by Ballinghall. Ballinghall plays on, runs around the man and puts a wide kick to Edwards. Unable to hold the mark. Chasing after him, they get a handball out, but it's turned over. It's in the hand of Lucas. Now it's a high contact free kick, and it looks like it's going to go the way of Senti for Healesville, and that it is. Senti about 75-80 from home. Puts a short kick over the top. It's a poor kick, and it's going to be mopped up by Alexandra. But it looks of it being Meehan, I think.
Yeah, it was Meehan.
Yep, so Meehan gets it to Perich. Then Perich gets a handball out the back. Interesting looking 66 out there, Aiden, by the looks of it.
Yeah, we don't have that one on our team list. We might need to figure that out at quarter time, Trent, but that's okay. So the ball goes to the outer side of the ground now. Alexandra now with an opportunity. Long kick to a 1-on-1 for Zetto's in that 1-on-1, and he was teamed up against Harrison Kelly. Now Alexandra tried to get the ball forward, but the kick was smothered, and we will have the ball stopped forward to centre for the Rebels. Bit of a chaos build-up to getting the ball down there, but anyway, we will have a stoppage forward to centre for the Rebels. Once again, Nankervis that time in the ruck won the tap, and no one can get free here, so we will have another stoppage once again. No territory gain for either side. So once again, Nankervis up again in the ruck for the Rebels. Ball spills to ground level once again. Taken on the ground was Massey. So we will have another stoppage once again. So no real flow in this last minute or so. Very highly contested bit of play here for the minute. Once again, Nankervis did well to win the tap. And now we've got a free kick, and this is going to go the way of the blood. So a little reprieve for Healesville. And they certainly won't mind that. And is that another 25-minute penalty? Is it? No. So free kick will be taken by Greenwood by the looks of it. And he goes wide with the kick, and that does find its way over the boundary line. So pretty good defensive work there at the moment by Alexandra. As we have another boundary thrown out of side of the ground. Or, sorry, in fact, it is that is the clubroom side of the ground, just opposite from us. So once again, Perich back in the ruck. Wasn't able to win the tap. It was beautifully done there by Murphy for Healesville. Now crashing the pack this time is Parker for Alexandra. Just gets the ball under his control. Did well to get the handball away that time to Kelly. Now once again find themselves under all sorts of pressure. This is a good handball, is it? No, it finds its way over the boundary line. Edwards just ran out of room, and we will have a boundary throw in once again. Outer side of the ground. So what can they do here, Alexandra? Now we've got a whistle behind play, and looks like umpire McNeese has found a free kick to Healesville. Now it's going to go the way of Alexandra. So it'll go to Perich. And now it's 25 metres. There you go. So Perich might be within range. Just find out where the man of the mark is going to be. But this could be an opportunity for Alexandra. But he's not really looking to go for the goal, is Perich. Although, no, he is lining up now. So Perich from about 40. Distance not a problem. It looks pretty good, and he's got it. So beautiful finish there by the big ruckman. Matty Perich puts it through, and Alexandra have got their first goal for the afternoon. It is 1-1-7 apiece. Both teams with the one goal, and scores are level after 14 minutes into quarter number 1.
Yeah, good kick there from Perich. He started the game really strongly here in the ruck, really using his strength and body work to manoeuvre his way to the front and get a lot of the taps, and now it's pushed forward and kicked a goal. Yeah,
very interesting one there. Didn't quite see what the free kick was for, but in the end, brought within range was the big ruckman, and the finish was most important, and he put that one through. So now scores a level as the ball goes back into the middle.
And it'll be Perich v Jones, but it looks like in the ruck this time. And that, yep. So Perich and Jones. The umpire looks to resume play, and he does. Ball's thrown up. Jones gets the early leap and gets the tap too. Mendy gets a handball out. It's going to be a sling tackle free kick awarded to Mendy. Trying to take the advantage there. Another interesting number there, Aiden. Was that? Oh, Greenwood there. Sorry, Levi Greenwood, former Northern Collingwood player. Just haven't got that number written down, but Mendy now puts a long kick inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? No, he was looking for Hayden Watkins there, but Hayden Watkins gathers it, but he's been called out of bounds and been bound to throw in. A bit to Watson's surprise there. He thought he kept it in. Definitely thought he kept it in to snap towards goal, but got to be a ball back in now by the boundary umpire. It's ball back in here. No ruck can get a clear tap to that. Picking up there was Nan Curvis and just barreling it down the line. Mark dropped there by Amarat. And it's going to be pushed on the boundary line. And don't we like our mics here, Aiden? They pick up just about everything, don't they?
Yeah, well, that effects might be very close to Tennis and Amaran, who hopefully the studios are.
Tell you what, Aiden, getting a closer look at it now, how good does Levi Greenwood still looking?
Yeah, he's in very good nick at the moment, Trent. You're absolutely right.
So boundary throw in. Perich again makes his way to the front, gets a knockdown. Going hard at the bottom of the pack there was Tom Macy. And able to get the handball out cleanly. Then Healesville by looks of Mendy, and he's been pinned for holding the ball. No attempt to get it out there, says the umpire. Probably a bit stiff. He did dive on it, but so I can see the case in it. But Perich, I believe, or Nan Curvis, goes over the top. No 15 to Reed. So a couple of interesting calls. The umpire's going to pin him here as well. Yeah, that he does. So Jones will get and give a handball off to Levi Greenwood, but look out! Shrugs him off. There's that strength. Puts it inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? Looking for Edwards. Unable to hold the mark. Probably a bit of holding going on there, but all the while they retreat through Boots. But it's going to be another free kick, and it's going the way of Healesville. So we'll line up for goal here. If I can just gather who that is. So a couple of intense moments there, Aiden. So lining up for goal here will be Jake Parrish. So a couple of intense moments. So he'll finish this kick from about 25-30 on a slight angle. Kicks on its way. Looks okay. Just across the face for a behind. So Jake Parrish puts through a minor score.
Puts the Bloods back in front. Does that shot at goal. So it'll come back into play for Alexandra. So low scoring start to the game. Long kick down the middle as well. Very long kick it is, and a really good one too. Found Stewart just short of the centre. Looking for Massey and maybe two Nan Curvis, but it falls short now. So it's going to be a big contest to win, and it is going to be won by the Bloods. They can go back the other way. Picked up nicely at ground level that time there by Senti, who sends it out wide. He might have just turned it over though, Senti. Just falling short that time of Aikman. He couldn't quite get it under his control. Now Mendy couldn't quite pick it up cleanly. Massey lays a strong tackle, and I reckon we're going to have a stoppage, and we will.
Stephen Watkins got up a bit ginger here, Aiden. You can see him just in front of you, and he's struggling to run. He looks like he's just going to try and warm it back up and run it off.
Here we go. So now Curvis is going to be in the ruck this time up against Jones. Plenty of numbers surrounded. Massey got the handball away just in time, but it was sharked beautifully there by Potts. Now Healesville. Here we go once again. Senti puts him inside forward 50. Edwards. Has he got that?
No.
No, he hasn't. It just fell short of him. And now, I tell you what.
No, he got hands to it, but it spilled out.
Just under pressure. He's got the ball out wide to Boots. Boots being pursued by Daly, but he got the kick away just in time, looking for Kleinschmidt. Picked that up beautifully, got the kick away just in time. Chasing after it for Alexandra is Parker. Can he get under his control? He just sockers it forward, and it'll trickle over the boundary line and be thrown back into play.
Yeah, so Edwards did just get ground of that, but as he slid to take the mark, it's bounced out from that impact on the ground. So
go.
It was like Jamie Elliott on the Anzac Day, that type of thing. So, yeah, not great memories.
You're thrown back into play once again. Nan Curvis didn't quite win the tap. It was won by Jones from the back. Dale Senior gets it under his control. Swings onto the right. That's a beautiful kick as well. Found Renoff. Doesn't have a whole lot to go to for the moment. Just waits a few moments. Look to chip it short. And now his kick's been smothered, so probably just put himself under unnecessary pressure. Now it comes back the other way off the boot of Reed. Looking for a teammate. He's done that really well too. Reed to Steiner. Steiner chips it inside forward. 50 was nearly cut off. Still a chance. Can Frazzetto get it under his control? No, he can't. And once again, the ball trickles over and out and will be thrown back into play.
It's on the far side near the Matilda Bayo sign over there, Aiden. It's a whistle. Don't know what's it for. He's saying hold on. Now, I think, yep, we've been given the all clear, so it's going to be a boundary throw in here. Nan Curvis v. Jones. Nan Curvis grabs it out of the ruck. Clear and kick out there into the pocket. And it's going to go trickle over the boundary line for a throw. And so, did you quite see what the hold up there was for, Aidan?
No, well, not 100% sure, Trent. A little bit too far away for me, but anyway, ball's going to be thrown back into play once again.
Yes, the ball's going to be thrown back into play here. So 2 ruckmans get ready. Ball's back in here. No clear. It's tap 1 there. It's going to go back over the boundary line again, so we'll get to redo it. So what are we now? 20 minutes gone in the first quarter. As the ball is getting ready to be bowled back in. The umpire gets into position here. Ball's thrown back in. Perich wins that tap. Can a clear possession be won? No, they're tackled straight away. And it's going to be another boundary, not a boundary throw, sorry, just a ball up. So, umpire will gather this ball. Someone's been put down behind play a bit too. As the boundary, as it's thrown back up. Right on the boundary. Gathering it there. Look to be senior for Healesville, and they get a clearing kick. How long for? Not very long, as Alexandra have it again. They had the chance to go back inside forward 50. Now they just need to find a target. Where's Watkin? He can get dangerous and get busy here, but it's not a very good kick. It's to the advantage of Healesville, but a punch doesn't go very far. It just goes high. It's on the boundary now. Watkins in the square, but it's going to go just past him for a minor score. Didn't quite see who kicked that. But Healesville waste no time of getting it, and they put a handball over the top to Plaza. Plaza, wide kick. Is it staying in play? Yes, it's. I think it. That they've called it boundary throwing, yeah?
Yeah, it looked like it just landed inside.
As you can imagine, Alexandra will call it out in the full. It was a very tight one, but it's just managed to stay in, I reckon. And that's what the boundary umpires call. So always got to back him in. It's going to be thrown back in, Nankervis, to go up against Jones. It's fallen a bit short, so Nankervis gets it on the first bounce. Gets a clearing kick to the top of the 50. Good punch there by Plaza. And it's going to go over the boundary line there. So Plaza up against Perich. It was a good win there, 1-on-1.
Yeah, definitely didn't have the height advantage, did Plaza, but gets the ball over the boundary line nonetheless. So it'll be thrown back into play. Looks like Jones is going to go up in the ruck up against Nankervis. He's got front position as well, Jones, and just won the tap. Winning the ball there, though, was Reed for Alexandra. Mendy, dangerous handball into the corridor, but it'll work out okay for the moment. A bit of a hurried kick. Now it's going to be a foot race. Chasing after it there is, looks like Daly for Healesville. He couldn't quite get there first, but now he might win it on the second attempt. Daly, can he get the kick onto the left boot? He can just in time, but it's going to be turned over. Boots now for Alexandra. Chips it short. Oh, well done by Mendy. Got the fist in. Nearly cut off once again, though, Alexandra. It's an absolute chaos ball here for the minute. Anyone's ball. Trickles to ground level once again, and I think we are going to have a ball up here, and we will. So neither side able to get a clear flow of play there for the moment. Plenty of heat coming from both sides. So Jones up in the ruck once again, up against Perich. Jones doing really well there. Won the tap down to Mendy. Mendy got the handball away just in time. Long kick down the ground to a 1-on-1. Oh, nearly cut off by Mean, but he couldn't quite stick the mark in the end. Now a long kick off the boot of Boots, which should be turned over and is well done there by Greenwood. Read it beautifully. And he can continue to send Healesville back the other way. Short kick as well is a pretty good one. Plaza, though, just spilled it at the most inopportune time. He gets the ball onto the boot, though. It's a good kick as well into the middle of the ground. Nicely done to Parrish. Parrish now sends him inside forward 50. It's a good one. Very good kick as well to Edwards, and Edwards wastes no time as well. He'll load up for goal from outside 50. He looks very good off the boot, and he has put it through, as he know he hasn't. It's just fallen short. And Boots did very well there. Got back just in time and rushed it over. It looked like it was going to be a goal for all money.
So just a rush behind there?
Yep, just a rush behind in the end. Was on line, and Boots did well just to knock it over. And he will bring the ball back into play for the Rebels.
The Rebels look to bring it back in through Boots. Watkin calling for it long. They put a long kick to the pack. The pack will Watkin fly. No, he decides to stay down. The ball gets picked up there now. Healesville get a handball over the top. They got the free play here. Feeding a bit of Keeney. Getting around. Giving a handball back. Now kick is on its way. It's going to be a minor score, and that was off the boot of Ballinger. So Ballinger puts it through for a minor score there. As his whistle's been blown up, just telling to clear the space. So looking to bring it back in here. Long and wide they go. Watkin gets in position, goes to fly, gets hands to it. No clear winner there, but they get a handball moving. The first clear possession with a key, and that is through Healesville. Healesville get it back. Great crunching tackle there. What's the umpire going to say here? It's going to be another ball up.
Ferocious stuff there from Kleinschmidt.
And it's going to be ball back in here. Murphy v. Nankervis. Murphy gets that one. Gets the handball down to Warren. Warren uses his pace. Puts it inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? Yes, it can. But no, it's not. Actually, I thought the Alexandra guy had maybe got the mark. But it hasn't been paid. And it's going to be a boundary throw in deep in the forward 50 of Healesville. As the two ruckmans put their hand up to get ready to go at it. Now Curvis wins that tap and opts to go wide to the boundary line, picking it up there. But they've put it out of bounds on the 4. Look out for a car, and it's collected a car on the way through. So it's going to be about 55-60 from home when Warren picks this ball up to kick it back into side forward 50. No real targets offering for him here, so he's probably just going to have to put it up in the hot spot. Instead, he goes short, finds a target where no one else thought, and a mark is taken. And this is Liam Daly, the vice captain. Just really, really good there. Just kept on his toes, kept moving, and got himself some free space. I couldn't see anyone, but the movement was very key there, Aiden, to make sure he was on his toes. And then they didn't really want to get that bomb kick down long. They'd rather find a short target that they have as Daly lines back up into for goal. Siren has sounded, so he'll kick this after the siren. Daly's kicks on its way, and it's going to go through for a minor score. Yep, just a minor score. Just sneaks in.
Jones to get proceedings underway once again, and Perich just getting a last little tap as the ball goes near to ground level, and he's turned it over straight away, and they might have an opportunity. Warren did well, got the handball away to Greenwood. Kick might just be over the head of the teammate, and Alexandra can get the ball out the back for the time being, and that's not a bad-looking kick, and no mark can be taken, and it's paid, was it? There we go. So mark has been paid. Greenwood disappointed, and maybe rightly so. So good opportunity early for Alexandra. Kick goes down the line to a 1-on-1 contest, and a free kick now for a hold this time. So this will go the way of Kelly. So Kelly just got to come up for the time being. So what can Kelly do? Just got to search for the options, look for a handball, but decided not to go for it. So I think he will send the ball inside forward 50. Who's he gone? He's got an option leading into the pocket, and he might go for that as well. So he honours the lead, and it's going to be cut off, isn't it? Greenwood did really well to cut it off. Just peeled off his man, and he just chips it back for the time being, and that's not a bad-looking kick there to Potts, and Potts just centres the ball for the time being. That's a good one to Watkins. This is Steve Watkins to the middle of the ground, dangerously, and he's turned it over. Read beautifully that time by Corrier, and Corrier, not a bad-looking kick, but once again, Healesville can go back the other way. A couple of handballs now. They're under all sorts of pressure. Watkins had to get back once again. Didn't quite give away the free kick, and it's just an absolute chaos ball. Mendy's got it now. Flicked a handball away just in time. Amarant under all sorts of pressure. Gets the ball away. Up and under ball. It's going to be hard to mark. He kicks to about a 3-1 the way of Healesville, but it's been cut off Alexandra. Very good intercept mark taken on the outer side of the ground, and now once again the Rebels can go back inside forward 50. Long kick to the pocket looking for Ned Curvis. Oh, mark was nearly taken, but it spilled to ground level. There's a kick towards goal here. Not quite sure who.
I think it was Watkins.
That was off, and Trent reckons Watkins, so that's what we'll go with. So 139 currently trails 1-5-11. We're 2 minutes into quarter number 2.
They look to bring it back in here, Healesville. First score on the board. They didn't quite get it, necessarily get who it was, but we'll go with Watkins. It was one of the team numbers. I know that. As the ball looks to be brought back into play, they're going to go to the wides, our favourite side of the ground, Aiden. As they go short, can Mark be taken? No, it's going to fall short of Plaza. And it's going to spill. Amarat's chasing after. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he picks it up, but he's tackled straight away. It's a really nice, strong tackle laid there by Mitch Parker. And it's going to be a ball up. Here, there's a bit of stuff going on as the umpire tries to come him down here. So the ball's thrown up now. Jones wins the tap there, but Alexandra managed to get in a big long kick there through Parker. Parker puts inside forward 50, unable to hold the mark there. Now going forward, that was Stewart unable to hold the mark. Healesville looked to link up with hands. The tackle is laid, just gets the kick away, and this is Greenwood. Yep, chasing hard after it. He's chased there by Boots. Pushes Boots out of the way, and then lays the tackle on Macy. Greenwood did really well there. 2-on-1 2-on-1 type of scenario, and he manages to use his strength to get there and lay the tackle to make a stoppage play so they can reset here. Perich to go up against Jones. Jones uses his height and flies high and gets the tap down, but mopping it up there was Lucas. Lucas hits a handball moving forward, but it's turned over. Now in the hands of Steve Watkins. Gets a handball over to Levi Greenwood. Greenwood now. That's a really nice kick and finds Bates. Bates about 75, 80 from home. Will look to put inside forward 50 and puts it to the top of the square. Can a mark be held? No, it can't be. Can someone get out the back? Mopping it up his boots. He's tackled straight away and it's tackled again. It's going to be a boundary throw in deep inside the forward 50 of Healesville. So it's in the position they wanted to. And they've kicked the 1-goal 5 so far. So they're going to want to be more accurate and going inside forward 50 and in front of goals, make their chances because they're definitely getting it down there. The ball's thrown back in now and it's a tap over the head. Can they get a clean possession here? Not right now. They can't. Trying to tap it back towards Mendy. Unable to take it. Here's Parker. He's tackled by Mendy. Don't know how he got rid of that. Umpire says play on. The ball's at the bottom of the pack here. Chasing hard again is Mendy. He looks to pick it up and he's tackled. It's going to be a boundary throw, so a lot of pressure being happened there, tackles.
So stoppage inside forward 50 for the Bloods. So once again, just not a lot of flow so far. Both sides really applying the pressure quite well now. This might be an opportunity. Kleinschmidt gets the kick away just in time, but he's turned it over. Senior, yeah, it's 25. Absolutely unnecessary. Didn't need to do that. Did Kennedy, and Senior probably not going to be within range. Man of the mark still about 55 metres out.
I think it was the skipper Watkin there, actually. A bit silly.
So anyway, Senior onto the left boot, low trajectory ball, and a good mark is taken. Very nicely done. And this is a good opportunity for Healesville. Shot at goal from only about 20 metres out. A little bit of angle to deal with. And it is Bates with the opportunity. So it's all about accuracy. Distance obviously not going to be a problem for Jesse Bates. And low scoring game, so goals definitely like goal today. As Bates comes in now. A little bit of angle to deal with, a slow, deliberate approach. And Jesse Bates puts it away. Straight over the goal umpire's cap. And an important goal there for Healesville. They stretch the lead out to 8 points. 2-5-17 currently leads 1-3-9-9. We've been going 6 minutes into quarter number 2.
Yeah, it was just a good play there. Good forward. That was what I mean. We need to be more consistent and accurate going inside forward 50. Don't rush. And they got the kick there and found the player and Bates and managed to put it through for a nice goal.
Yeah, you're spot on, Trent. It was good, just good delivery there by Dale Senior. He didn't blaze away. He saw the option and he didn't put it up on his head. He just went the low trajectory ball, which is always a lot easier mark for the forwards as well. So I think Bates would have been quite happy with that delivery. And the ball comes back into the middle of the ground now. So it's Jones once again up against Perich. And Jones, who's probably just having the bit of the ruck in the last couple of minutes, and there's a free kick for a hole. This will go the way of the Bloods. And it is currently in the hands of Potts, who goes out wide with a kick. Pretty good one to Daly. Daly once again goes out wide. It's a pretty good kick in the end too. So good build. This is Mendy this time. He can load up, send him inside forward 50. Looking for Edwards, but the kick goes wide of him. Spills to ground level. Here's a good opportunity for Hayden Watkins. Got the handball away. Edwards, underground ball. There's still a chance the Bloods. Oh, very well done that is. Senti puts it through. He's kicked the goal. And they skip out to a 14-point lead to the Bloods. 3-5-23. Currently leads Alexandra 1-3-9. And they get 2 in a hurry, the Bloods.
Yeah, so this is what they're going inside forward 50 and they're actually converting their chances now and they're really dominating the play this quarter. So it looks like this quarter is going to be the big quarter. So they need to pounce on this opportunity now and really put on another 3 or 4 goals to make Alexandra think about it going into the halftime break. Obviously, Alexandra on top of the ladder get to lose a game, so they're on the back foot. They won't be used to this.
No, you're absolutely right, Trent. They've got to ride the momentum and find as many goals as they can.
The ball's back in the middle. Big Jones and Perich. Ball's thrown up now. Jones probably got a little fingertip on there, then follows up his work and gets a handball out the back. Unable to take it cleanly though, so Alexandra go back in to mop it up. Jones again chases after the Alexandra play there in Lucas. Ball's at the bottom of the pack. Watkin is there. So is Lucas. Lucas looks to get a handball at the bottom of the pack there. Also for Healesville is Steve Watkin. Handball out the back looking for Reed. Reed gets it and looking to handball over the top to Steiner, but unable to keep it in play. And it's going to go to the boundary line there. And great efforts as they get around Jones there. He put in about 3 or 4 different efforts there, Aiden. This is going to go back up for a ruck tap. Perich and Jones to continue. The ball getting ready to be thrown back in. It's thrown back in here. Both ruck probably get a tap on that one, and the handball is thrown. Handball out there by Ballinger. And it's going to be a holding the man free kick. And it's going to go the way of Alexandra. So no need to really do that. So a bit of a silly mistake when they had all the momentum there. It's going to go the way of Stephen Steiner. So Steiner now has the ball on the boundary line in line with the wing here, just in front of us. So Steiner gets it, probably didn't come off the boot as much as he would have liked, and a mark be taken, no. But they've got the players there, but it's going to go over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So it's at the end of the ground. Alexandra's forward end of the ground. This is where they want it. They haven't been able to have a look really yet this quarter. It's this first look, how they're going to go with it now. So boundary throw-in, it's going to be Nankervis going up this time. And he gets the tap down. Unable to get it cleanly. Potts goes in hard for Healesville. Unable to get it out cleanly. They get a handball out the back. Little quarterback out the back. Bates goes at it, meets at it, gets a tap down. Here they go. They link up. Potts has the ball now. Puts a wonky kick inside forward 50. No one's there for them. It's a 3-on-1. Healesville looking there is Parrish. Parrish does really well. Now they get a kick over to Edwards. Can Edwards hold the mark? Yes, he can. Well done, Jake Parrish there. 3-on-1 situation, and he manages to get in there, get the handball out, win that 3-on-1, and they've got a kick out to Aaron Edwards. That was really good stuff there, Aiden.
No, it was fantastically done. As you say, Trent, under all sorts of pressure, and this is the right man to have it in his hands. Aaron Edwards kicked plenty of goals already this season.
So Edwards lines up for goal now. This will be his first, and Healesville's fourth. It kicks on his way. It looks pretty good, and it's in there. Just wait for the all clear of the umpire, but it looks pretty good, and that it is. Great stuff from Healesville here, starting to really put the foot down in this quarter.
Well, that's important there. Edwards has got his first goal of the game as well. 4-5-29 now currently leads Alexandra 1-3-9 as the ball comes back into the middle.
What Alexandra need to do here, Aiden?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, Trent. I think they just need to have a few more link-up options. No one's really working up the ground. I think we need to probably see Nankervis try and provide a bit of an outlet, even Perich as well, because they just don't seem to have a lot of direction at the moment coming out of their defensive 50. So the ball goes back into the middle of the ground. Perich once again to the ruck. He's going to be up against Murphy on this occasion, and he's probably not had the better of the last couple of minutes as Baron Murphy gets up there well, won the tap. Beautifully shucked, though, by Frankham. Frankham, kick into the middle of the ground. It's going to be cut off. Well done by Donkin. Umpire calls him to go. Handball backwards. Cleverly collected that time by Ballingall. Ballingall now long kick down the line. And a good mark is taken, is it? No, it slips through the hands. Plenty of place around the contest. Now Alexandra have an opportunity. Long kick down the line looking for Watkin. Couldn't quite take the mark. And once again, ball spills to ground level and trickles over the boundary line. And it will be thrown back into play.
It's 11 minutes gone in the second quarter.
That's it. Already 3 goals to the Bloods. Nothing yet for Alexandra minus the behind. So Nankervis is up the ground now, and he's going to take this ruck contest up against Murphy. Murphy to the front. Neither ruckman was really able to get a tap on that occasion. Slap forward at the moment for Healesville. Neither side can win the ball at ground level. It's absolutely hotly contested, and it will be balled up on this occasion. So been plenty of stoppages in this game so far. The heat's definitely being brought by both teams, but right now it's Healesville the only one who are really getting the scores on the board. So it's balled up once again. And again, here's a push out this occasion, and this will go the way of the Rebels. So this might be the break that they know. Umpire's pointed the wrong way. It's going to go the way of Murphy for Healesville. Low trajectory ball, works out okay. Mendy wanted to go, but was told to stop, and he does probably the right thing in the end. He centres the ball, goes backwards a little bit, but it should work out okay. He found Watkins on that occasion. This is Hayden. Chips the ball short once again to Potts. Potts gets the ball under his control, got the handball away just in time. Kick goes out wide on this occasion. Plozza, can he get it under his control? Wasn't Plozza, in fact, it was Mendy. Chips it short. That's a really good kick as well. Beautifully done on that occasion. And they continue to press forward to Healesville. It's a good kick. Oh, well done by Watkins. Held onto the mark, and he'll line them up from 40 metres out. Tight angle to deal with. But there's a big opportunity now for Healesville to get out to 26 points. Should Watkins decide to have the kick at goal. Does have Edwards at the top of the square, but Edwards not offering the lead. So it will be Watkins to line up from 40 metres out. And we've got a pretty good view of it from our commentary van. So Watkins starts at left. It's coming back, but not enough. It hits the post in the end, so very close by Hayden Watkins, but in the end, unable to finish it off. So 4-6-30 currently leads Alexandra 1-3-9.
This ball's to be brought back into play here. So they look at their options here. Alexandra really need to get some sort of ball movement happening. It's all Healesville at the moment. Flying high and taking the mark, and Healesville will get to go back in again. So they'll have another chance to go back inside forward 50, and they put it to the middle of the square. Can a mark be taken? Flying high there was Hayden Watkins, and they will take the mark as a free kick, and it's going to be holding the ball. And which way is the umpire pointing? Can't quite see. Looks like it's going...
Going the way of the Bloods.
It's going the way of the Bloods. It's going to go to Mendy. Skipper and Nick Mendy. One of the players I highlighted pre-game to look out for. He started the game pretty well here, Aiden.
Yeah, no, you're right, Trent. And as Leo would say, he's got the opportunity to kick a captain's goal that only captains can kick, Trent.
As he comes in, lines up, Mendy kicks on his way, gets a lot of height on that. Looks like it's going to just drift across. Can a mark be taken on the line? No, it's going to go over the boundary line. The line for a behind. So Healesville, so it's two behinds now. They're kicked out. It's going to be a mark taken here by Miller. Miller has the ball in the back 50 and goes down the line looking for Stewart. And Murat parks himself underneath and unable to hold the mark.
Oh!
And we've got our... This is my second year commenting here. And this is the first time I've seen it. Insufficient intent.
I wasn't even sure that was a rule. Must have changed this year, Trent. But yeah, there we go. Insufficient intent has been paid.
Yeah, and so taking the ball here is going to be Dale Senior. He comes, switches it and brings it back in the middle and finds a teammate. This is now in the hands of Jake Parrish, who did that great efforts a couple of minutes ago. He puts a short kick to a 2-on-1 looking for Bates, unable to hold the mark, but it's inside the forward 50. Free kick's going to be given for holding the ball. It's going to go against Nick Mendy, and it looks like it's going to go in the hands of Lockie Aikman.
Ooh.
Aikman switches it, but only to Dale Senior. I don't know where he possibly could have gone there. Dale Senior plays on and gets it back for a handball, then puts a short kick. Player on his own. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Lining up for goal now is Bates. He doesn't like his chances, so he puts a short kick. Don't know who to. Mark unable to be taken. So interesting stuff happening here, Aiden. Aaron Edwards gets to the ground, gets a handball out, and Alexandra just get it and bomb it out of there. They want to get as far away as they can from the Healesville forward 50, where it's spent a lot of this quarter. Here comes Watkins. He swings around, puts a kick long down, looking for Stewart. It's a 2-on-1 in Alexandra's favour. Can they find their way through this? Stewart keeps it in play. Not convincingly, though, and gets a kick down the line, looking for Spence. Can Spence pick it up cleanly? No, he can't. So it's going to go in the forward 50 of Alexandra. Some very, very scrappy and messy play there, Aiden.
It was a game of tennis there, Trent. The ball was just pinging around all sorts. So it's a boundary throw in now. Alexandra's at the end of the ground. And yeah, I think the pressure's certainly there to a degree, Trent, but I feel like both teams are just sort of perceiving it a little bit more than what it actually is, and some costly mistakes being made. So it's Alexandra's end of the ground. Boundary throw in. Perch to the front, just got a little bit on that one. Greenwood got a kick away just in time, but it wasn't the best one. Overrunning the ball there was Reid for Alexandra. Now Healesville trying to counter-attack, but the ball trickles over the boundary line once again. And we will have another stoppage. 16 minutes now gone into quarter number 2. And it is currently the Bloods leading by 22 points. So Alexandra need to find a couple of goals before half-time to get themselves back into this contest. So boundary throw-in. Nan Curvis in the ruck this time. Got that tap as well. Did that pretty nicely down to Parker, but Parker was tackled right away. He's been ping-folding the ball. So Levi Greenwood, short, low trajectory ball. It's a pretty good one as well to Daly. Has Parrish up ahead, decides against that one. Handballs backwards for the moment. Pretty good one. That was to Potts. Potts once again with a short ball. Pretty good one as well to Murray. Kick goes out wide to the outer side of the ground. Donkin under pressure, but he slipped the tackle. Oh, no, Potts slipped over at the most inopportune time, but they still make it work. Dale Senior's got ball in hand now. A little kick on the left boot's a pretty good one. Fist came in just in time there by Kennedy to keep the ball in play for Healesville, but once again, Potts can chip it around on the right boot. Pretty good looking kick. It might work out okay for Warren. Just couldn't quite take it cleanly, and now it's anyone's ball. Handball goes forward. Klein Smith smashed it back into the middle of the ground, and now once again, Parker can send it back on the left boot to a 1-on-1, but Dale Senior done really well. He's had a really good quarter so far. Senior chips it short, up and under ball to a degree. Nankervis tried to spoil it, but couldn't quite get the job done, and Healesville can continue to press. So it's Daly at the moment with it. Doesn't have a whole lot that he wants to go to, Daly. Just once again, low trajectory ball. Really good one as well to Bates, who gets up the ground on another occasion. Calling for someone to come at him. Doesn't have a whole lot on offer, Jesse Bates, so he's probably just going to load up, kicks it to about half forward. Edwards is there. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Probably just too far out to score Aaron Edwards, and he's calling for someone to come at him. So he's probably not going to go for the kick at goal. Edwards still not happy. Edwards loads up long to the top of the square. Greenwood is there. Oh, he couldn't quite take the mark. Perich gets the ball out of danger for the time being, but he's turned it over. Has he? Oh, no, the mark is spilled once again at an inopportune time. But that's a really good kick, and Bates is on the end of it. Can't quite take the mark. Here is Frazzetto. Got the handball away just in time. Kick towards goal is well and truly across the face. And it is out of bounds on the forward. It'll come back the other way for Alexandra. And it is Perich with a long kick down the line.
Perich puts a long kick down the line to a 2-on-1 to Watkin, but using his strength there was Murray. Murray puts a short kick inside forward 50, and a mark is taken. Mark is taken there by Hayden Watkins, who line it for goal, 45 out, virtually directly in front. So he goes back into position here to extend the lead of Healesville, who have dominated this quarter, Aiden. But no, they find a teammate.
Oh, no.
It's a misdirected kick, but it's going to stay in the forward 50 off a ricochet of someone's foot. Mendy goes in there, gives the handball over the top. They're getting underneath it. Kick is on its way. Can it be taken on the line? No, but it's mopped up straight into the post. Didn't quite see who that was, but it's going to be a behind nonetheless. So they look to bring it back in to Alexandra. Watkin is there. Watkin gets a handball over, so now they look to run off half-back. The kick with no direction as such. Chasing it after here for Healesville is Murray. Murray picks it up, gets a handball out to Donkin. Donkin gets a kick out. Unable to pick it up clearly is Hayden Watkins. Now kicking it long inside forward 50 there is Kleinschmidt. And taking a mark down there is the trusty Dale Senior, who's been good off half-back so far. Senior puts a kick into Ballinger, who is being paid the mark, or at least the free kick for the contact after the mark. So Ballinger goes wide to the far side of the ground, and mark is taken there, and they look to wheel and go straight away as they have a couple of players free. Here they go. Healesville building up their play. They had Mendy running back on, and that's where they go. Mendy just holds the mark. Really nice mark there. Had pressure coming from behind him. So Mendy now brings it back inboard. Has a player on his own. Just missed the kick. But he goes back, picks it back up. Kick is on its way. Collected on the way through, and it's just a behind.
Oh, gee.
Collected by one of the Alexandra players on the way through too. Didn't quite get who the player was there, as he wants to turn around and show his number, because that was a really good effort. And that was Jason Savage. So Jason Savage has just managed to put it through for a minor score, unfortunately.
Yep, so 24 points the margin at the moment as the ball comes back into play. So it's Kleinschmidt calling for the lead, but he's not going to get it. Watkin now, once again at a 2-on-1. It happened a couple of times. Now Kleinschmidt's got it. Takes it under his wing. He's under pressure. He got the kick away just in time. This is going to be a tricky one at ground level for Steiner, but he got the handball away quickly to Edwards. Edwards nicely done. Kleinschmidt who's continued to work up the ground. Great second effort. It's a long kick inside forward 50. Can they get one? Oh, that's really well done by Tennyson Amaran, because if he didn't get that spoil in there, they were probably out the back, Alexandra, and we're going to kick a goal. And now Potts has got the ball. Kick goes out wide once again to the outer side of the ground. Ballingall chasing after. He's under pressure by Parker. Ballingall goes in once again. He gets the handball received. Sells the candy. Handball inboard to Daly. Daly, oh, he tried to sell the candy. I reckon he's gone. Yep. Thing for a throw. Probably didn't need to do that, Liam Daly. Tried to get a bit too fancy, and Parker wins himself a free kick. Along back the other way. On the left boot. And once again, Healesville got all the numbers here. Handball away just in time by Watkins. Kick down the ground, and that's going to be cut up. Beautifully done there. Well read by Kennedy. And so once again, they can counter Alexandra. Doesn't have a whole lot to go to, though, Kennedy, and he might chip across to the other side of the ground. He does that pretty well to Meehan, who's got boots slightly further afield. Oh, gee, Nankervis has got to get to this one pretty quickly, and he does. And he did that well. Drew the heat and then got the handball away to Boots, who can have a bounce. The ground still just a little bit went underfoot, and the bounce probably wasn't the best one. Steiner did well. Got to the ball just in time. He's got Watkin tracking back, and he looks to go for him as well. Well, it's an interesting kick, but Watkin did really well. Got across and made it work beautifully. Now Watkin, what can he do? Got a few options inside forward 50 and a couple presenting to him. What can he do?
You didn't quite pick up on that first.
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't even intending it, but it was well done. So Watkin now eventually loads up on the right boot. Up and under ball. Can someone take the mark? No, they can't. It'll spill to ground level. Willem Stewart in the area as well, but he can't quite get his hands to it. Plenty of surrounding numbers around the contest, and eventually it's going to be another stoppage inside forward 50. So once again, umpire McNeese to get things happening once again.
Deep inside the forward 50s, Alexandra probably their first, one of them first, a few looks here. Tackle's laid straight away. The Alexandra players. The umpire see it. He's going to ball it back up. We're 23 minutes gone in the first half. Umpire blows his whistle to Ballinjal and tells him to, I think, calm down as he's going to ball it back up. The play to resume. Ball's thrown up now. Tap one there by Perich. Now Healesville get in. They get a clearing kick out of the defence. Coming out here. Taking a nice mark for Alexandra there. Was Aikman. Aikman plays on, wheels around, puts it inside forward 50. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. But can they get out the back? Reed has it. Gets a handball out. Watkins there. He's tackled. He's going to get a high contact free kick. Believe that is Watkins. No. Edwards. Sorry, Josh Edwards. 12. Number 12. So Josh Edwards will line up for his first. And the first for Alexandra, and a well-needed goal for this quarter.
Yeah, very important this one, Trent. If they can get one here, they get the margin back to 18 points, and suddenly it's not a massive task to do in the second half, although it is a low-scoring game.
So Edwards lines up. He'll probably kick this from about 35. The siren's gone, so he'll have to kick it after the siren. So if he kicks this going into it, it'll be something they can go into the brag on a high on. It's Edwards now. Begins his approach. Kick is on its way. It looks pretty good. And it's snuck in. They kick their first of the quarter and to end the quarter. That is through Josh Edwards.
And that's really important, Trent. Just you can hear the energy there from Alexandra. They know they need off. So second half action's underway here at Healesville. It is Perich up against Jones in the ruck, and Perich slaps that one forward, but it was shark straight away by Potts. He just sends the ball around the corner on the right boot. No mark can be taken. Big opportunity now for Healesville. Can they get the first goal of the second half? Alexandra doing everything they can at the current minute to try and stop the ball from going through the middle of the goals. Trickles towards the boundary line, picking it up at ground level nicely. Was Warren for the Bloods. He's under all sorts of pressure. They're taking on the tackle, and it will be balled up. So stoppage early days in the second half as we have the ball currently in the half of the ground of Healesville. So boundary throw in. Perich to the front, thumps it forward, but it's been sharked straight away by Potts. He just couldn't quite take clean possession. Alexandra desperately tried to get the ball down there, way of the ground. It's a rush kick. Looking for Spence. He can't quite get to it. Here is Watkin as well. The ball was taken away from him. They still continue to press, though, too. Alexandra. Really important they get this first goal. They might have a chance now. Lucas got the handball away just in time. Watkin, long kick towards goal. Here's an opportunity for Corrier. Can he get under his control? He can. Corrier, open goal, and he's got it. And that was a much better goal for Alexandra. The all-important first goal of the second half. Inside 2 minutes, and the score now 3-3-21. They currently trail Healesville 4-9-33, and Trent just the start that the Rebels needed.
Oh, 100%. Bring it back to a 2-goal margin now. But yeah, it's exactly the start that we needed, and looked like Healesville were going to be the one to get the goal there at first.
And it was a very hurried bit of play down the wing, but in the end, they do get the all-important first goal.
Whatever works. Whatever
right, Trent. Whatever works. It's been hard to come by goals today, so they're not going to mind too much how they got it, Alexandra. All they'll care about is the fact that they did get it, and ball back into the middle of the ground now, and it is Perich once again up against Jones.
So ball thrown up here. Perich gets the tap moving forward there. But it looked like Potts who got the handball out. They get the handball out to Levi Greenwood. Chasing hard after it there was Savage, or Senti, sorry. Now, here go Alexandra. They link up for a few handballs. They put it inside forward 50. Can they get two in the first few minutes here? Stewart's there, but so is Senior, the trusty Senior. He gets a kick out. Looking there for Frazzetto, but he's tackled straight away. It's going to be a boundary throw in. The far, very, very far side of the ground, right near the supporters, though. So they're going to get a bit of action down there, which they'll love to see. As the ball's to be thrown back in for the 2 rucks to go at it. Jones and Perich. Jones looked to probably get a bit of touch there, and then goes in for a second effort, gets a handball out, but Frazzetto is tackled straight away. And Amarat, actually, and he's going to be another ball up. So the ball's thrown up here. Perich gets the tap down there. So it's right on the far side, and there's a whistle being blown here. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go to away with Alexandra. So here they have a chance to get 2 in the first few minutes, which would be the ideal start that they needed. And a kick is inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. It spills. Here go Healesville. Can they link up for a handball? Tackle laid there by Stewart. Getting a handball out of there with Steve Watkins. And a kick wide. Coming out here looking for Watkins. Unable to mark it. Ball's on the ground. So 2-on-1 situation. Getting around there was Frank Home. Frank Home puts a kick inside forward 50 and a mark's taken. Mark's taken. Lining up from about 40 out. On a slight angle. I don't want to call it, but I thought it was Watkins with the boots, but I didn't want to call it quite yet till he turned around. I was pretty certain. But Watkins wide up on a slight angle, but not too much to deal with. This would be the ideal start here, Aiden.
No, you're absolutely right, Trent.
As Watkins now goes through his process. As I said, I was pretty sure we watched him kick about 9 here one day, Aiden, last season. As Watkins comes in now. Watkins kicks on its way and it's going to go far. Can a mark be taken? No, yes it can! Mark taken there by Harrison Kelly. He's going to be deep on the boundary line in the pocket though. So is he going to opt for the drop punt? It looks like he is. It's going to take his best kick. Kelly now, right in the pocket. Comes in, going for the drop punt. Kick is on its way. And it's good. Great start here from Alexandra. 2 goals in the first few minutes. Brings the margin back to 6 points.
That's a really good start. You're right, Trent, and we were a bit sceptical of what they were going to be like coming out a bit late onto the ground, but it hasn't phased them at all. They've kicked the first 2 goals and suddenly right back into the contest. It's only 6 points now, and they've done that really well after only kicking a goal a quarter in the first half. They've kicked 2 goals within 5 minutes, so they've done that really well as the ball comes back into the middle of the ground. Perrich will once again be in the ruck up against Jones. Umpire McNeese has got it. And what can they find here now, Healesville? They've probably got to respond and get something to get themselves going. It looks like Levi Greenwood's even in the middle of the ground as well, Trent. So he's played a bit of everywhere today. So Jones got up on the tap and did that really nicely to Mendy. Now they get a kick away just in time. Up and under ball. Going to be a very tough one to mark. It just spills towards the boundary line. Chasing after it is Aikman. Slaps it forward. Can he keep it in? Does that pretty well. Probably a borderline of a throw, but okay. Correa handballed into Massey. Massey's got to get away from one. He did that pretty well. Handball very nicely as well to Reid. It's been sharked beautifully though. Greenwood got the handball away. Did that very nicely. Here's an opportunity for goal. Oh, Frankham got the tackle in just in time, and it's going to be cut off.
Goal saving tackle that.
It was very nicely done, and getting the kick away in time was Steiner. It's an up and under ball, and Watkin. Oh, fantastically done. Got up the ground with speed. So Watkin handballs it away to Massey. Massey, he's going to go back to Watkin. What can he do now, Eddie Watkin? Long kick to half forward. Oh, Mark was nearly taken. Couldn't quite clunk it in the end. Now a long kick off the boot here, this time of Lucas. Up and under ball. No, the mark was nearly taken by Perrich. He couldn't quite take it. He probably should have held it in the end. Parker, does he keep it in? No, he doesn't. So it triggers over the boundary line. It's a stoppage inside forward 50, and suddenly just raging momentum here for Alexandra. They just couldn't find anything in that first half, and now they only trail by 6 points, kicked the first 2 goals, and looking very good so far to start off this second quarter. So ball's thrown back into play once again. Nankervis in the ruck this time, on the tap. Here is Lucas. Can he bust through? Got a kick away. I think it'll be cut off at the moment. Frazzetto gets it under his control. Is that ball? No, it is. Yes, there we go. Umpire McNeese has paid. It didn't look like he got the kick away for Zetto, and he took him on. And this will be a very tough shot at goal from Ryan Lucas, tucked into the pocket. Be interesting to see how he goes about this one, Trent, whether he kicks around the body on the right, whether he I think he might even be going the drop punt this one. So this will be a very tough shot at goal, but if he can nail it, suddenly scores a level. So Lucas, from about 40. Tough angle, starts at left. He's working it back. Just not enough. So it's through for a behind. So 4-4-28 now trails 4-9-33. 5 points of difference the way of the Bloods. And Donkin has the kicking duties.
Donkin to bring it back in for Healesville, who I haven't seen their part of the ground much this quarter yet. And he gets a kick and he finds Frazzetto. Frazzetto comes short and finds a captain in Plaza. Plaza again comes short, so slight build-up, slow and steady build-up. Finds Charlie Warren. Warren goes lateral. Can a mark be taken? No, here's a turnover. Alexandra on the attack. Puts it in 5 forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it Cannot quite. Perich. Has he got a free kick?
Yeah, free kick for front on contact.
So Perich is going to line up for goal here. Alexandra with all the momentum coming into the second half. Obviously that long talk was well needed and it's paying off, Aiden.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, Trent. And Perich has already kicked one goal so far. Good opportunity for him to... Oh, no.
Pass it off, played on, kick is on its way, puts it into the middle of the ground, get a mark, be taken, yes, but it's Frazzetto going back courageously with the flight and takes a mark, running backwards, and he goes lateral. They just can't find any momentum here. Kick to Plozza. Plozza goes short over the top and finds a teammate there. Now it's on the wide part of the ground. Now they go long down the line. Can a mark be taken? Mendy's there. It's going to be punched over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. The far side of the ground, right near the supporters. As the ball looks to be thrown back in here for the ruck to go battle with Jones and Nankervis, the two ruckmen. Ball thrown back in here now. Nankervis works his way to the front position, then gets the tap down. Picking it up there, Healesville. Now they look to run. Can a kick being done? But it looks like it's gone out of bounds on the full. Yes, it has. So here go Alexandra applying all the pressure, and they come lateral, and they find a player there in Massey. Massey now comes even further back. So they're in their defensive 50 now. Plays on with no one around him. Kick down the line. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. They were looking for Steiner there. And it's going to go back to where it came from originally when it was out in the full, Aiden, and be a boundary throw-in.
Yep, so boundary throw-in right in front of the club rooms. The further side from us. So Alexandra, as Trent said, they've got all the momentum so far in the second quarter. Healesville only had the one or two inside 50s so far, and they might have a chance now as a free kick, and this is going to go the way of the Rebels. So they can continue to press, and it looks like it'll be Steiner who will take the kicking duties. About 100 metres from goal, so still probably about 2 kicks away. Steiner, unsure where to go. Eventually just goes down the line. Long kick, Nankervis is in the air. Over the head of Watkin. Now Parker. Can he win the ball back for Alexandra? Not quite. Free kick for Holden. This is going to go the way of the Rebels as well. So Parker with the free kick. I think he was trying to con the umpire on a 25-metre penalty there, but none coming. So good call from the umpire. And Parker loads up on the left. It's an up and under ball. Who can take the mark? Kelly. Try to win it from the back, couldn't do so. Frazzetto tries to rush the ball out of the defensive 50. Good strong tackle laid. Still a chance for Alexandra. Trying to win it at Grand 11. Doing okay was Edwards, but he was taken in the tackle straight away. And up on McNeese is going to pay this holding the ball. And they get a reprieve to the Bloods. Already 11 minutes gone into quarter number 3. So the free kick has been paid, and Healesville once again go to the outer side of the ground looking for Senior, and a free kick for high contact's been paid. So Senior with the free kick. So Senior called to 25 metres pay. There we go. So Dale Senior brought up the green a little bit, and this might be a chance for Healesville just to find themselves an opportunity for goal. As Senior just goes long down the line. Not a bad looking kick, and he finds a target. So still pressing pretty hard at the moment, other Bloods. Not a lot of options forthcoming for the moment. Just chipped closer to the middle of the ground looking for Edwards. A kick fell short of him. Crushing the pack hard that time was Savage, and he got a handball away just in time, but once again they find themselves under all sorts of pressure, the Bloods, and we will have another stoppage just forward to centre now for Healesville. So just slowly wrestling a bit of the momentum back, but Alexandra still certainly looking quite good. Nankervis won the tap on that occasion. Savage did really well. Spun away from trouble. Got the handball away. Is that high contact? No. Umpire calls them to go. Now a free kick's going to be paid to the Bloods. So it's going to come back, and looks like Potts will be the recipient. So Luke Potts, not really a whole lot to go to. Savage is deep. He chips it in short.
All on his own.
And he's found a man all on his own, as Trent just said.
Warren, I think.
Yes, you're right, Trent. It is Charlie Warren, who's got a bit of distance to cover. He's probably got to kick the ball right from the arc of 50. Already kicked 1 goal so far as well, Warren. This to get the margin back out to 11 points. And they certainly wouldn't mind a steadier at the moment, the Bloods, because it's so far all been Alexandra this quarter. Healesville yet to score. The Rebels already got 2 goals into behind. So Warren, what can he do from 50? Big kick required. He doesn't go for it in the end, and he's turned it over. Disappointing result. Boots read it beautifully. And Alexandra get out of trouble for the time being as Boots goes long down the ground.
Boots goes long down the ground and finds a diving Watkin. Takes a mark on the far side of the boundary. Watkin puts it long down the line. Can it might be taken looking for Perich. A mark is taken, but it is not Perich. So they keep going here. They want to get it in quickly. Can it might be taken? Yes, but it's turned over. So Healesville on the attack, look to play on. And he's been called to play on. He's tackled. Just gets a handball moving. Oh, he's helped down on the way down, Aiden. Jesus Christ.
Oh, gee, Trent.
Bit of WWE about that. But then they put it inside forward 50. The top of the 50 is going to be punched over the boundary line. And a bit going on behind play here as well, Aiden.
Yeah. All
I thought WrestleMania was the other month. Jesus Christ. Just helped on his way down. So it's going to be a free kick. And it's kicked inside the forward 50. Alexandra. Can it mark be taken? Yes, it can. Gets through. Senior. Out to Plaza. No, sorry, Watkins. He goes. Kick just in time. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. It's a nice, strong mark taken there by Macy.
He's had a good quarter, Massey.
Oh, it's that. Yep, Macy, yep. Massey puts it long inside forward 50. Perich is down there. Can he hold the mark? No, it's kicked away. But he goes back and gets it. Gives a handball out. The backstop is on its way. That was from Jack. But it's gone nowhere, Aiden. But it stays in play. Chasing it after there was Murray. Murray gathers it. Then kicks it outside of the defensive 50. It's a really nice kick. On its way down to the forward 50 of Healesville now.
Yep, a long kick down. Boots nearly took an incredible intercept mark going back with a flight and he couldn't quite stick it. So it just trickles over the boundary line. It'll be thrown back into play. And it was all happening there. Perich looked like he had the chance. And then the kick at goal by Jack just didn't quite find its way towards the goal. Didn't even go on the full. So Nankervis in the ruck just grabs it out, sends the ball onto the right boot. He did pretty well in the end as well. Found Reed. Reed can send him inside forward 50. Kick to just inside as well. Good little fist that time by Murray and he trickles it over the boundary line once again. So not a bad result for the Rebels. They get a stoppage inside forward 50. Already 15 minutes gone into quarter number 3. And so far Alexandra doing all the scoring. 2 goals, 1. They've got it back to 5 points now. Curvis in the ruck once again. Got a little tapper on that one, but didn't quite get it to one of his teammates. Now Alexandra still fighting. Handball. Here we go. This is a chance. Edwards just couldn't quite get away. Plenty of numbers around it now. We'll have another stoppage, will we? Although umpire McNeese is circling, and he's paid holding the ball, and Healesville once again with a reprieve in defence. So long kick now from Mendy. Did that pretty well. Found the option in Murphy. So Murphy providing a good outlet there for his teammate and Mendy. Murphy in fact. He's turned it over. Has he? No, Mendy did well. Held strong and took the mark. So good stuff there by the Healesville skipper. Getting up the ground. Good work rate. So Mendy continues to go out wide with the kick and that's a pretty good one too. And once again goes back to Murphy who kicked it to him. So just the 2 players involved in this chain of about 100 metres. Greenwood couldn't quite stick it. He was under all sorts of pressure. Now here's an opportunity. Kleinschmidt takes him on, got the handball away, but he's turned it over. And now they can go back the other way. Healesville, clever kick into the middle of the ground was a really good one as well to Watkins. Watkins, what can he do? Kick to half forward, goes to the outer side of the ground. Can a mark be taken? Eventually it is held. So just a slow build now for Healesville. Not a whole lot of options to go to inside forward 50. And it's currently in the hands of Liam Senti. He's already kicked 1 goal, but probably too far out to score on this occasion. Edwards is at the top of the square, but he's been checked quite well for most of the day. Just the 1 goal so far for Aaron Edwards. And in fact, it looks like Senti is going to back himself in. So this is a massive kick trend because it looks like the man of the mark is on the arc of 50. He's been offered a lead now, Senti, but he is going to go for it. So Senti, it's the all or nothing kick from outside 50. Distance is not a problem, but it's well and truly offline. And that is out of bounds on the full, and it will come back the other way for Alexandra. And it will be Kennedy to take the kick in duties. And Kennedy happy just to go across goal and does that pretty well to Meehan. Meehan looks further afield. He's got Boots in a 1-on-1. He goes for him. Can he win it, Boots? Under all sorts of pressure, but Bates slipped over now. Boots, can he get under his control? No, he can't. He was attacked well by Mendy. Got the handball away just in time. Did that pretty nicely to Parker. Parker now under all sorts of pressure, but got the handball away to Frankham. Long kick down the line. Can someone take a mark? Yes, they can. Very nicely done. And they can continue to press through Stewart. Stewart now chips it inside forward. 50. Watkin couldn't quite hold the mark. Here's an opportunity now. Watkin swings onto the right boot. Kick towards goal, and he's got it! What a goal from Edward Watkin, and for the first time today, Alexandra are in front. What about that, Trent?
It's unbelievable. He's worked hard all day. His first goal on the board too.
Very important there. The Alexandra skipper putting that one through. And he was under all sorts of pressure. He stayed composed. He swung onto his right boot, and that was a fantastic finish there from Edward Watkin. And now Alexandra back in front, Trent, after trailing by 18 points at half time.
Yes, so it's very... Obviously, that long talk was very important, Aiden. Maybe it was the almighty halftime spray. Old-fashioned type of stuff there, Aiden.
It's done the job, though, Trent. You're absolutely right. They're back in front, and Healesville still yet to score in this quarter. 18
minutes gone in the third. Ball's thrown up. No ruckman getting the tap there. Jones and Perich, but picking it up here for Alexandra and running it out was Kelly. They get a kick moving forward. It might be taken nearly, but it's in their forward 50 now. They've had all the play. Running it out of the back line is Murray. Gets a kick moving forward and they run. They link up through hands. This is in Potts' hand. Potts gets a handball back over top. It's fumbled again. And he's tackled straight away. How's the umpire going to see this? High contact free kick. Exactly how he sees it. Gives a handball and they keep on running. It might be taken. Yes, it can. They're trying to link up through hands, Aiden. It looks like a bit of desperation if you ask me. They're just trying to get it in there. No matter how. Edwards now uses his body to try and get out the back. He can't get there, but handball over the top. Can a goal be kicked? Shrugs around there. Tackle! Goal! What a tackle! Harry Corrier, goal-saving tackle, but he's got a kick out the way, sorry.
No, the goal's been paid, Trent. There you go. You must have got the kick away.
Must have just got the kick away. Didn't even see the kick. Did you, Aiden?
I didn't see it either, but Savage has been able to get the...
My apologies, Savage. I thought it was a great tackle there.
There we go. Maybe it was a free kick for a push and he quickly played on, but either way, it was a good tackle by Corrier, but...
with this ground being so big, it's hard to see, Aiden, sometimes.
You're absolutely right, Trent. So, good effort at the end by Healesville, and they needed that goal, Trent, because Healesville had all the momentum... Alexandra had all the momentum.
Exactly. So, they get the lead back here as well by 5 points. As the ball's thrown up, Jones jumps over Parrish and gets the tap. Mendy gets it. Handball out to Potts. Potts kicks it down. Can it might be taken? No. And mopping it up there for Alexandra is Kennedy. Kennedy kicks a long kick down the line. It's a 3-on-1 scenario. And the one, again, as we've seen a few times today, wins it. There's a scrappy ball at the bottom of the pack. The umpire's going to call for a free kick. And then advantage Alexandra. They put it straight inside forward 50. Looking for Stewart. Unable to make it to him. But they pick it up. Handball at the back. Banana towards goal. And it's going to miss. Gee. Across the face. That was a chance to really regain the lead and put the foot down to say we're in this till the end, Aiden.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Trent. We'll just have a quick gander at who that was. I think there we go.
Harrison
Kelly. So he's already hasn't kicked a goal just yet. So back to 4 points the margin, Trent.
Plows up, brings it back into play, looking for Murray. Murray is paid the mark. I thought he might have had a good chunk of it, and the umpire agrees. So Murray gets it in the back 50 and just decides to go long down the line to a pack. Greenwood is there. No mark is taken. Greenwood stays down and then gets a dribbling kick forward. And chasing after this for Healesville was Edwards. He's got high up the ground here. No one really back in the forward 50. The furthest person back is Hayden Watkins. So Aaron Edwards is really pushing up the ground here, trying to get himself involved in the game. Too key of a player to be that deep and wasted down there. So he's like, let's get involved. Let's get my hands on the footy.
100% Trent, you're absolutely right.
As the ball is tapped back into play, they manoeuvre their way through handballs there. There's Healesville trying their best to get it forward. Here they go. Handball over the top. Another handball. They're inside forward 50. Chase is on. Kick towards goal.
Ooh.
It's missed everything. So it's going to be a boundary throw-in. So, Aiden, what they need to do here...
No,
out of the full matter of fact.
So Charlie Miller's got the ball in the back pocket. Where can he go? Doesn't really have a whole lot presenting to him. He just goes long down the line with that kick to one to our mystery number 66, and he's taken a good strong mark, has he?
Good on mystery.
There we go. So he goes down the line, looking for Nan Curvis, who's in just about a 3-on-1, just about. And Dale Senior once again, just about Healesville's best player for the day. Chips the ball back inside. That's a really nice kick as well. Very nicely done to Ballingall, who centres the ball, but very well done by Steiner. Read it beautifully. Chips it back down the line. Very good kick that time as well. Found Edwards. Edwards to the middle of the ground. Very good kick this time. Here is Steiner on the end of this kick. Got it away to Corrier. Corrier can send him long inside forward 50. Watkins got it. And he's within range. Doesn't look to go for goal. Continues to press inside forward 50. And Parker on the end of the kick, and they can line them up from 30 out.
Good ball movement there, Aiden, wasn't it?
It was fantastic, Trent. They backed themselves up the middle of the ground too. It was a brave bit of play. And they might just be rewarded with a goal here as Parker can line them up from 30 metres out with a little bit of angle to deal with. This to give them the lead back. Currently down by 4 points are Alexandra. A goal here puts them back up by 2 points. And the all-important premiership quarter, Trent, so far seems to be going the way of the Rebels. As Parker now starts with a deliberate approach, a few stutter steps as well. Kick on its way. And he has missed. So unfortunately there for Alexandra, it was a great build-up and a great bit of play. But the shot at goal offline. Parker unable to seize the opportunity. And it goes through for a behind, so it'll be brought back into play. A long kick coming off the boot there of Murray, looking for an option. He can't find anything. The ball might come back inside forward 50 for Alexandra. Long kick into the pocket, but Murray did well, got back, intercepted it. Is that holding the ball? Umpire calls them to go. They might have a chance now. Trying to pick it up at ground level was Edwards. Couldn't quite get the handball away in time. Free kick for high contact. It's going the way of the Rebels. It is going the way of the Rebels, and this is a massive opportunity from only 15 metres out. Once again, slight angle to deal with. And we're just trying to figure out who it is. And it is Luke Spence from pretty much point-blank range, Trent.
Siren won't be far away either. 8 and 24 minutes past.
Yeah, that's right. So Spence should be able to kick this one. This to get Alexandra back in front. In he comes. And he puts it away. So Alexandra back in front as we near three-quarter time. 6:42. Currently leads Healesville 5:9:39. And as Trent mentioned, we've now been going 24 and a half minutes into the third quarter.
And we're yet to not have a quarter yet where there has been a goal kicked after the siren.
You're absolutely right, Trent.
So will that happen again this quarter, and who will it be?
Yeah, we'll find out so far. So Healesville probably need that goal at the moment because Alexandra have just found all the momentum. They kicked 4 goals in this quarter after only kicking 2 in the first half as the ball goes back into the middle.
So Rucks will go to battle here. It'll be Murphy going up against Nankervis. Murphy wins this one, gets a tap to be a free kick. It's going the way of Alexandra. An advantage is paid. Put inside 4 feet, looking for Watkins!
No.
Just bounces out. Has a few grabs at it. It's going to be a high contact free kick, and it's going to go the way of Healesville. So they get out of jail free card there. Kick brought into the middle to Greenwood. Has a little bit of a fumble, but then holds the mark. And decides to come wide and lateral. And finds Watkins. It's Steve. Has nothing really to go to, so decides to go long down the line. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Guess who? Mystery.
Siren.
So it's the end of the quarter there. And it's going to be a little bit of a push and shove after as well.
In the final quarter, in match of the round, it is Alexandra by 3 points. And it is Perich in the ruck up against Murphy, and Healesville might just win themselves the first centre clearance, and they do. Greenwood's gone into the middle once again. Long kick to centre half forward. There's a free kick for a hold. And I think this is going to go the way of the Rebels, and it will. So Aikman wastes no time. Kick down the ground is a good one to Steiner. And he held strong and took a good strong mark. So we'll just slow it down for the time being. Will Steve Steiner. Not a whole lot of options to go to just yet. Nothing much presenting. So he loads up on the right boot down the ground to a couple of 2-on-1s. And very well done there by Kelly. Got up at the right time and took the mark. So Kelly's got Nankervis providing a bit of a lead. He doesn't go for that one. Steiner's just filled into a bit of a gap, but he doesn't go for that either. So Kelly will just go long down the line. Long kick. Just inside forward 50. Who can take a mark? A little fist came off the hands there of Murray. Now it comes back the other way for Healesville. Kelly has got it again. So they can go back inside forward 50 Alexandra. So winning the early territory so far. Here is our mystery number 66 once again. Where can he go? Chips it into the pocket. Not a bad looking kick to a 1-on-1. Good fist. I think there's a free kick for a hold. And this will go the way of Healesville, so they can send the ball back the other way. Long kick now, but not a very good one. And Aikman parks himself underneath it, and he can send it back the other way. Aikman chips it to half forward. Watkins got it.
It's the key in his last quarter, Aiden.
He is exactly right, Trent. He's one of the most important players for Alexandra, if not the most important. He doesn't look to have the kick at goal, and the kick inside forward 50 had too much on it. So a little reprieve for the time being for Healesville. Frazzetto got to get the kick away. He did just in time, goes out wide, and did that really, slightly premature mark been paid, but Healesville continue to press down the far side of the ground. Really good looking kick, and mark's been taken by Bates. He continues to press now. Long kick to half forward. Edwards can't quite take the mark, and Healesville have turned it over. It'll come back the other way through Boots by the looks of it.
So Boots will look to bring it back the other way. Here comes Latchell. Finds our mystery player. Runs, has a bounce, as the crowd alludes him to do. Then kicks it long down the line. Can he find a teammate? It's going to fall short. Chasing it after here is Spence, and he's just going to help it on its way over the boundary line. And not quite happy with the treatment on his way through there from Campbell Frazzetto. They let you know about it. And it's going to be a boundary throw in to bring it back into play. Ball's thrown back into play now. Nankervis probably got the bit more of the tap there. There was no clear tap winning there. Mendy. I don't know about you, Aiden, but that's holding the man.
Yeah, I reckon that was a bit of a
Mendy's
hold.
being held on all over, but and kicking danger, but this time it's going to go the way of Nankervis of Alexandra. Looks for a running player, has Parker, looks at him, but then goes, nah, not quite my cup of tea there. Oh, just bomb it long inside forward 50, and why not? Puts it inside forward 50, can it be taken? Free kick, and it's going to go the way of Alexandra.
Advantage
is played, and was that Spence? I think it was. Spence has taken the advantage and put through his second goal. Extends the lead now out to
9 points.
9 points. So that's a really good start to the quarter for Alexandra. The first goal going to them and extends their lead now to at least 2 goals that Healesville need a kick. And it hasn't looked like they've got any momentum going towards forward 50 yet.
No,
probably since the second quarter, really, I'd say, Nelly.
You're absolutely right, Trent. They've just not really looked at in this second half so far, and Alexandra have just found all this momentum that they couldn't find in the first half. So the ball goes back into the middle. It'll be Perich in the ruck once again, and he will go up against Murphy on this occasion. So 4 minutes already gone into the final quarter. So a bit of work to do for Healesville. There's a free kick for high contact, and that's not going to help them. Advantage has been paid. No, it's going to come back. So didn't want to take it in the end, Ryan Lucas. It was paid, and then it was called back. So Perich, long kick inside forward, 50, probably to the advantage of Healesville, and that's a good strong mark taken. And I reckon that was Dale Senior who took that one, and now he goes across to Amaranth. Amaranth, it's a really good kick out wide to Frazzetto. He just takes it and runs Frazzetto. Short kick is not a bad one, but I think it's intercepted by Charlie Miller, and he's done a really good job there. Miller down the line. Once again, though, this ball probably favouring Healesville. Murray got in and affected it nicely, and that's a strong tackle laid that time by Greenwood. And we will have a stoppage just short of half forward for Alexandra. So all the territory at the moment going the way of the Rebels. They need to try and find something to do Healesville. They've got to get the ball back down their end of the ground. So Perich up against Murphy. Perich, clever little tap out the back. Doesn't quite find one of his teammates though. And now a chip kick off the boot that time of Murphy. And it will be a free kick coming back to Healesville for the time being. So no one really sure what's going on out there. Eventually the free kick is going to come back, and I think it will be taken by Levi Greenwood. So taking forever this, just no one really knows what's going on. Umpire McNeese is all over it, and eventually the ball does come back to Greenwood. And not a bad result that for Alexandra. They've got plenty of time to get numbers back, and that's a chip kick into Amaranth. Amaranth unsure where to go, so he just continues to press down the line. I think he might have turned this over. Good little fist in that time by Miller. Kept in nicely though there time by Warren. Warren kick to about half forward. It's going to fall short, will it? And it does trickle over the boundary line. It will be thrown back into play.
It's going to be thrown back into play here. Healesville look to try and get some momentum here to get another goal on the ball to bring it back under that 1 goal margin. They've got it at the right side of the ground here. Ball's thrown back in Nankervis. He pushes his way to the front, grabs the ball and gets a clearing kick. Can it be taken? No, it can't. It's knocked forward. Knocking it forward is Murray for Healesville. Here comes Alexandra. It's going to be a free kick. I think it's going to go the way of Healesville to Murray. Yes, it is. So a few whistles going on here. So Murray will gather it and half back. Bring it back to Plaza. And Plaza has Frazzetto. Opts to not go to Frazzetto and goes even shorter and finds Donkin. Donkin this time comes wide to Frazzetto. Frazzetto holds the mark here right in front of us. Frazzetto again goes short, finds Watkins. Steve Watkins that is, and he puts it inside forward 50, unable to hold the mark. Alexandra, they look to go through Macy, unable to take it cleanly. Back inside forward 50, looking for Murphy, unable to hold the mark there for Healesville. Kick is on its way. Now Alexandra, great tackle laid there. Great tackle laid there by Potts. He can put it back inside forward 50. Has a player out. Can he hold the mark? Yes, he can. quite get who that is, but it's a great mark, taking the top of the 50. Will he back himself in? Umpire telling him to get on his mark. As he comes in now, looking his option. He doesn't look very confident, so he brings it back inboard into a teammate there in Brandon Murphy. Murphy plays on, puts it deep inside 50. Edwards is there, Potts is there, unable to hold him up. Macy goes in after it, gets a handle out of Nankervis, and Nankervis snaps it around his body, gets a clearing kick out to a 2-on-1 here. Donkin does well, slaps it forward. Healesville regather it. Dale Senior back to Donkin. Donkin inside forward 50. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Great mark there by Mendy. Mendy pushes back off his mark. Now he's around his mark. So he wheels around, puts a kick inside forward 50, and it's all Alexandra.
Disappointing
as they take the mark.
Trent.
Yeah, it really was. Taking the mark there for Alexandra was Kennedy.
So he chips it into the pocket, does Kennedy. Did that pretty well. So steadfast in the fence. And now Alexandra can slow it down. Healesville just had a bit of momentum there, but haven't been able to make it work for him in terms of scoring just yet. Long kick down the line. They might be able to get the ball back now, this time through Potts, but he was unable to pick it up cleanly. Now this will be an opportunity. Back inside they go. Greenwood got around one. He swings onto the left, kicks towards goal. That looks pretty good. And Levi Greenwood has nailed it.
Exactly what they needed, Aiden.
Most important goal there by Levi Greenwood. He's nailed the goal from 49 metres. And once again, they are not done with. Fantastic finish there. And it is back to 3 points. 6-9-45. Currently trail 7-6-48. We've been going 9 minutes into the final quarter.
Strap yourself in, guys. There's going to be a thrilling last quarter.
And this is what we want to see, Trent. Match of the round between two of the top teams. And it has not disappointed. Maybe been a little bit low scoring, but it has been hard to separate them all day. So Greenwood getting a goal there. They just started to get the flow of play back to Healesville, and they really needed to put one through, and they did that. So it's back in the middle once again. Perich can't win the tap, though. Murphy just smashes it back. They track it back, though. Under all sorts of pressure there. And Lucas pinged for holding the ball. So the free kick, and once again Greenwood, who kicked the goal moments ago, wins him a free kick, sends it side forward 50. Edwards has got it. No, he hasn't. Spilled the mark. Amarant's gone forward. Gets the kick away just in time. Kicked around the body. Dribbling towards goal, and it finds its way over for a behind. So Tennyson Amarant couldn't quite finish off the job. It's 2 points the margin now. 6-10-46. Trail 7-6-48. Steiner with the kick in duties. Doesn't have a whole lot to go to, so they've set up the huddle quite well. Have Healesville. Steiner plays on. Comes to the broadcast side of the ground. Goes very wide. Corrier and Boots. Oh, Boots nearly snaffled it. Couldn't quite take it to ground, and in the end it trickles over the boundary line. 2 points the margin. 10 minutes gone into the final quarter. So it'll be thrown back into play. Murphy in the ruck up against Perich. So boundary throw in. Murphy to the front. Perich did pretty well. Steiner couldn't quite win it. Going in as well was Ree. They get the handball back just in time. Here is Corrier, but Greenwood's going to get there first. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Was he held? Yes, he was. Do they take the advantage? No, they won't. Probably a smart decision. It'll come back to Greenwood. Levi Greenwood. No. He's got to come back. So umpire won't allow that one just yet. So back goes Levi Greenwood. What can he do? Not a whole lot of options just yet. Chips it to half forward. He might have turned it over. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. Was Boots. Under all sorts of pressure as Aikman, and that was a throw. And it will come back for Healesville. So suddenly the Bloods with all the momentum. Warren loads up, kicks towards goal. It's well and truly offline. And mark was nearly taken. Still a chance. Good strong tackle laid. Healesville desperately trying to get the ball through. Alexandra trying to kill it. Free kick for holding the ball. It's going to go the way of the Bloods. And this is massive. Suddenly Healesville now with all the momentum. Looked like they just couldn't find anything, and suddenly they've got an opportunity to kick from goal.
Bates, I think it is.
I think you're right, Trent. So Jesse Bates, I think it will be. He's only got to kick the ball about 10 metres or so and doesn't have a lot of angle to deal with, and we're right behind this one, so we'll know straight away. 11.5 gone to the final quarter. They trail by 2 points to Healesville. This to put them back in front. We'll know straight away. The crowd will be right behind it. Bates comes in. And he's missed. Can you believe that? Jesse
tried to kick the leather off it.
Has smacked it into the post. A disappointing result there for the Bloods.
Just tried to overkick it.
You're absolutely right, Trent, and that is a massive reprieve there for the Rebels. They hold on to the lead for the time being.
As they look to bring it back into play now. The Rebels have the lead at the moment by 1 point. They bring it back. Amarat could get there, no. And it's going to fall in the lap here of Aikman. Aikman puts it long down the line. Can it might be taken? Yes, it cannot quite actually. Get them be paid to Senior. He's been brilliant all day. Senior now wheels around, finds Greenwood. Greenwood now. His kick is smothered off the boot. It's really well done there. It's inside 450 for Healesville. What can they do here? Going hard is Warren. Picks it up and he's tackled straight away. Great tackle laid there by Macy. It's a scrappy ball. It's right at the bottom of the pack. The umpire's just got to blow the whistle and he's going to have to ball it up. There was no getting out of that one. Bottom of the pack there was Warren. Real scrappy and real contested ball being played here. It's in the dying stages. People are getting fatigued. No clear ruckman could win the tap there. Picking up there, but tackled straight away. And the ball's at the bottom. Watkins picks it up. Gets around his player. Kicker's on its way, Aiden. Kicker's on the way. Oh, touched. Edwards got a hand on it. It's going to be in there for a minor score to Steve Watkins.
Gee, it had the line. Trent, it just didn't quite make its way over.
Yeah, so they're going to have to retrieve the ball here and they bring it in short to our mystery player, 66, who's played a good game, Aiden. So he's going to bring it back down the line, looking for a teammate in Corrier. Flies high, but Murray's there and he's tackled straight away by Corrier. He's going to get done for a sling tackle. Advantage is paid. Warren, interesting looking kick inside 450, but gathering it. Kick is on its way there by Daly. Inside 450, and mark is taken. That's Edwards, who's been quiet all day, Aiden. Has only managed to kick the one goal.
Yep.
So his second goal could be one of the more crucial goals to put Healesville back in front at home. So you line up in the pocket. Looks like he's on the banana. That he is. Kick is on its way and it's good. Healesville are back in front.
There we go, Trent. Massive goal that one was. Edwards been able to put it through. So his second goal for the day. And 7-12-54 currently leads 7-6-48. A massive finish there.
What are we? 14 and a half minutes gone.
Absolutely right.
So there's at least another 10 to 12 minutes left, I reckon.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of time. Oh, here we go. Berwick Springs currently leading Mount Evelyn by 7 points there. That's some of our scores from around the ground. Jemba Cockatoo 6-6-42. Lead Wandon 13-12-90. Woori Alec 12-12-84. Lead Emerald 5-7-37. Upway Tacoma 13-8-86. Lead Officer 4-12-36. Narry Warren 19-428. Lead Linda Ferny Creek 6-9-45. Pakenham 5-3-33. Trailing Monbog 6-5-41. There scores from Premier Division. Cameron Hutchison comes in to save the day. He's actually got some connection, which is most important. So, ball up on the wing at the moment. Once again, Healesville have found the lead. So, a stoppage. Nankervis just got a little fingertipper on it. Healesville suddenly found momentum. The mystery number 66. Can he get the kick away? Does just in time. Wasn't smothered as well. Most important, Watkin couldn't quite take the mark. Spills to ground level. Picked up at ground level now by Plaza. Can he get the handball away? It wasn't Plaza. In fact, it was Reniff. So, a stoppage at half forward for Alexandra now. They've got to try and find the response. So stoppage at half forward. Nankervis in the ruck up against Jones. He gets the kick away just in time. It's not going to make the distance at all. Now tracking it back for Healesville was Watkins. That was Hayden that time. Little kick off the ground by Ballingall. Doesn't really go anywhere. And now it's anyone's ball. They try to get the kick forward once again to Healesville. Or as Alexandra, in fact, but it was smothered. Now the handball goes all the way back once again to Hayden Watkins. Looks for options. Little chip kick out of the defensive 50. Looking for Frazzetto. And it goes out of bounds on the full. So now they can reload Alexandra. Too far out to score. Who can they set up to? Stewart put on the lead. He hasn't done a whole lot today, Willem Stewart. Can he get himself into the game? Long kick. Stewart's on the lead. It falls short of him. And Healesville have got the numbers back for the time being. Taking him on. Doing well is Savage. And he did that really well. Slipped one tackle on the kick to Plaza. Oh, sorry, Reniff, in fact. Reniff. Oh, it's an interesting kick. It's to the advantage of Kennedy, but Mendy contested it really nicely. He might just win it for him. He does. He did well. Got it away to Savage. Savage with an up and under ball. Boots is underneath it. So too is Daly. Oh, gee. Crashing contest there. Coming in late was Parrish, and that was a very brave stuff, and I think we will have a stoppage inside forward 50. So anyone's game at the moment, 6 points of difference as that Healesville's into the ground. They've got the lead, another goal here, and suddenly they're right on the box seat. Nankervis won the tap, try to get it down to Miller. Up and under ball, it's being tracked back. Oh, gee, Savage just didn't quite read it in the end. He lost it. And it's a free kick, and this is going to go the way of the Bloods, and they can reload, Trent.
They look to reload from Mendy. Mendy, weird, interesting looking kick, didn't come off the boot quite well, but Daly goes in hard. Now handball out the back through Bates, and a kick into forward 50. Looking for Edwards, and he's got him. Got Edwards on the lead. Been quiet all day, but he's going to look pretty second through for this quarter, which would be third for the day. Stood up when they needed him.
Absolutely right, Trent.
So he'll line up. It's going to be a tough kick, though, on the boundary. About 25-30 out. Take his best kick. Edwards. Lines up. Begins his approach. Going the banana by the looks of it again. Kick is on its way. Kick is on its way. Kick is on its way, and it's through. 2 in the corner for Edwards, and Healesville stretched their lead out even further.
Gee, sprung to life right at the right time, Trent. It's a 12-point margin now, and suddenly Alexandra with all the work to do. As we're going to get some more score updates. Yay, 17-25, 127. Currently lead Powelltown 4-26.
Finished.
And no, that's the game. That is the end result. Belgrave 11-10-76, trailing Warburton and Millgrove 11-12-78. So another very close game up there. And the other score, Seville 12-10-82. Currently lead Yarra Glen 2-1-13. There are our scores from around the grounds as the ball comes back into the middle. And Nankervis doing a lot more of the ruck duties in this final quarter. Nearly into the 20th minute. Heading right into red time. Nankervis won the tap and tried to crash through his pots, but he couldn't quite get the ball away. Picked up by Massey. Tried to fend off the tackle. He got the handball away just in time. Boots just surges them forward, but it's going to be turned over. Healesville have got all the numbers here. Once again, Potts, who's been pretty good today, kicks to centre half forward. Looking for Bates, but he was bodied on the ball beautifully by Aikman. Aikman now chips it across to the club room side of the ground. It's a pretty good kick as well. And he did that to Frankham. So Frankham chips it out wide. They've got to get moving here, Alexandra, because they're currently behind. Trying to track it back there for Healesville was Murray. Couldn't quite keep it in play. No, he did pretty well in the end to keep it in play. As it trickles over the boundary line, does it? No, it just stays in. It's holding the ball. So who's this going to go to? It's going to go the way of Healesville. And what's going on here on the outer side of it? No, it stays with the Bloods. So not the result that Alexandra would have wanted. Healesville now suddenly, you reckon another score might just about do it. Trent even a behind. Suddenly a 13-point lead becomes quite tricky. So they kick to centre half forward. Was there a hold? Umpire calls them to go. Now it comes back the other way for Alexandra, but once again Healesville had all the numbers back. Up and under ball. Mark is taken by Kennedy. No, he got it. He did get it, so it's a frantic last quarter suddenly. Kennedy kicks across goal. Did that pretty well to Meehan. Meehan unsure where to go. Massey provides a bit of lead, but he chips it in short. So Massey might get the kick on the lead now. No, he still doesn't get it. And they're trapped at the moment. Alexandra, they once again kick across goal dangerously, and Miller under all sorts of pressure. And it finds its way over the boundary line, and it will be thrown back into play. And we have just ticked into red time, so now Alexandra really need to start moving if they're to get themselves back into the game. They currently trail by 2 goals. Seems to be the scoring end down that end. So boundary throw in. This time it's Aikman in the ruck up against Bates. Bates got to the front, won the tap. Here we go. Kick towards goal. That looks pretty good. Just off the line. But that's a handy point nonetheless. 8-13-61. Currently lead 7-6-48. And they're going to need 3 goals, Alexandra, if they're going to get themselves back into it. And it all starts with this kick in here, and that's a clever little chip. Now they go down the middle of the ground. Stewart couldn't quite win it. They might be able to get one out the back. Picked up beautifully there by Steiner. Steiner got the handball away. Long kick off the boot. It's not going to do the job. And it finds its way through from behind, that time off the boot of Edwards. And the score now back to a 12-point margin. 7-7-49. Alexandra trail Healesville 8-13-61.
So looking to bring it back in is Plaza. Plaza plays on, then brings it long and wide. Can it might be taken? No, it can't. Just falls short. As Healesville look to, it's going to be a boundary throw in. The umpire bringing it back into play here. Ready to ball it, throw it back in. So the 2 rucks to go at it. In Murphy and Nankervis. Ball's thrown back in. Nankervis grabs the ball out of the ruck and gives a handball out, and able to pick it up cleanly though. It's going to be holding the man, free kick, and it's going to go the way of Mendy of Healesville. Mendy now pushes off his mark. assesses his options, nothing really gathering to him, so just goes short down the line. Can he find a teammate? No one able to take it cleanly, but Healesville managed to get it out somehow. Murphy taps it on really cleverly to Greenwood. Greenwood gets around one, can't get around the second, just gets the handball out. Watkins gives a handball back. Frazzetto gets it moving forward. They've got to play all out on his own here. All out on his own is Savage. Savage at centre half forward can put it straight into the forward 50. That he does, but the kick was very interesting and to no one in particular. And picking up here was going to be Nick Meehan on his own. Gives a handball over the top there to Aikman. Aikman gets another handball over the top. Ooh. Probably going to go back to Aikman, but Healesville managed to regather it. And it's going to go back to Healesville, so here they are. They have a second chance here. What are we? 22 and a half minutes gone. So Alexandra really need to get it back into their half of the ground. If they put it inside forward 50, can it be taken? No. Aaron Edwards is there, unable to hold it. Can they keep it in play? No, they can't. But it's where all Healesville need to do now is lock it in deep inside their forward 50, Aiden.
I reckon one more point will just about do it from Trent. So if someone can just win the ball out of this contest and just kick the ball towards goal, I reckon they're just about home.
So it's going to be a boundary throw in here. Nankervis against... looks like Bates. Nankervis gets the tap out the back. Alexandra look to run it out. A kick, and it's all out to the Healesville favour, though. In Parrish chases after it, and he gets a handball out to Frazzetto. Frazzetto, handball over the top to Potts. Potts now wheels around, kicks it on its way! And it's going to be rushed over the boundary line for a behind. So there's that point you're talking about, Aiden.
Yeah, I reckon that might...
That pushes the lead out to...
13 points.
13 points. So three goals is going to be needed. Yeah, I think you might be right there, Aiden. But if they manage to go coast to coast here and then a quick clearance, you never know. But they need to go coast to coast here, and they sense that. So they go long up the middle. Can a mark be taken? No, it can't. And they knock it forward. Healesville very smartly. Here they go again. Mendy, who's been really good, has to play all on his own. Taking the marks as Max ran off, and he'll take all the time he needed as he pushes back off his mark with 24 minutes gone. 13 points, the margin at the moment. Healesville favour as they line up for another goal.
It's all been short quarters, Roger. And the longest quarter so far, 26 minutes and 30 seconds. So you reckon time starting to run out, and particularly if Reniff kicks this goal, it's just about over.
Reniff lines up now. All-important goal to put the full stop on this game. Reniff, kick is on its way. Looks like it's not even going to make the distance. Can a mark be taken? Yes, it can. Edwards! Hasn't this man popped up when they needed him, Aiden? Had only kicked one goal going into this quarter, has 3, and could have 4 for the game.
That's a magnificent turnaround for Aaron Edwards.
I nearly went in and marked him for a goal already there. I don't know why, but... All these goals this quarter too have been bananas on the boundary.
Yeah,
so,
you're right, Trent.
What do you reckon? He's going banana again, you reckon?
Yeah, you have to go to the check side. It's worked for him so far today.
And in fact, he is too. Check side on its way. And there's 3 for the quarter, 4 for the game for Edwards. He puts the full stop on this game. What a last quarter performance by Aaron Edwards and Healesville.
Absolutely magnificent, Trent. He's been the difference, you're right, in this last quarter. We'll go back through some scores once again through Premier Division. Berwick Springs 5-6-36, currently lead Mount Evelyn 3-12-30. Jembrook Cockatoo 7-7-49, trail Wandon 14-12-96. Oh no, that's the end of the game. That's final scores.
So if they're green, it's still going.
Woori Alec 14-15-99. They're currently leading Emerald 5-9-39. Upway Tacoma 13-9-87 have defeated Officer 6-12-48. Narrowara 19-14-128 have defeated Alinda Ferny Creek 6-9-45. Pakenham 6-3-39. Trail Monbok 6-8-44 in a very close game down that Turmuck Reserve. So we're back in the middle now. Nankervis is up against Murphy. Murphy wins the tap, and there we go. There's the siren. And that is the end of our match of the round in the Outer East, round 5 between Healesville and Alexandra. And the Bloods have come from behind in the last quarter.